Hi, this is Robbie from GreatViolinCases.com, and in today's video we'll be checking out the Aileen carbon fiber violin case. I'll be going over what I really like about this case, some of the cool features, along with what I believe can be improved for the future. So let's go ahead and get started. If you go to Amazon.com and you just type violin cases, you'll probably see quite a few Aileen violin cases. They're quite famous on Amazon for their affordable violin cases. They're typically between $60 to $120. Now, if you're a professional musician or you've just got a violin that you really want to protect, it's got good value, I wouldn't recommend the Aileen cases on Amazon. Aileen knows this as well, and the good people there wanted to create a case, a high-end case that can cater to these really valuable violins and of course professional violinists. And so that's why they came out with this new line of Aileen carbon fiber violin cases. So let's go ahead and start with the exterior design. This is an oblong case, but it's slightly slimmer towards the top of the case. I think it's a very elegant, very nice looking case. The top here we've got a synthetic leather handle, which is easy to grip. It's very comfortable to carry. It's also got a subway handle here. There is a sheet music pouch on the back. And we've got two key locks. As mentioned, this is a carbon fiber violin case. Carbon fiber is a very, very popular material for protecting orchestral instruments. It's light, it's very durable, and it's very protective. It's just a very, very hard type of material, and it can be very thin as well, which makes it a really good option for protecting violins. One thing to note, this case weighs 5.6 pounds. That's heavier than most carbon fiber violin cases. If we think like the Gawa Air or the BAM High Tech, even though they're not carbon fiber cases, they are high-end hard shell cases that weigh about 4.4 pounds. So this case weighing at 5.6 pounds is going to be slightly heavier than what we imagine as typical carbon fiber high-tech material type of violin cases. So where is this extra weight coming from? I believe it's definitely from the interior padding. This case does have more padding. It does have a sheet music pouch on the back, and all this does add weight to the case. If you see a lot of high-end cases, the inside looks almost empty. It's actually, a lot of it is kind of stripped out to really bring down the weight of the case. In this instance, there's still a lot of padding inside the case. You know, it's still a lightweight case. When you think traditional violin cases are usually between 7 to 9 pounds, so this is still going to feel a lot lighter. Now this case comes with two backpack straps. We've got two D-rings on the top, so you can just attach one strap to use it as a shoulder rest. It also has two D-rings on the back. I really like this feature because a lot of violin cases actually only have one D-ring on the back. So if you wanted to carry the case like a backpack, you would kind of form this V shape, this upside down V shape with the backpack straps, which is not that comfortable when carrying on your back. Now on the back of this case, the two D-rings are, they've got enough distance between them. So when you do attach the backpack straps, it's much more comfortable on the shoulders. You've got more space. You don't have all the D-rings kind of clumped behind your neck here, which is typical of, one D-ring cases. Now let's take a look at the interior of the case. This case features two bow holders. It's got a digital hygrometer. It's got these two pockets. One is for a shoulder rest. It can fit a coon or wolf style shoulder rest. And we've got this other pocket up here for your accessories. Now what I really like is that this case does not have any lids for these compartments. The lid is actually up here. So when you close the case, this accessory compartment is completely sealed. I like this design because a lot of traditional wooden cases that do feature the accessory pocket with a lid, the hinges on that lid aren't the most durable. Actually, they might start getting loose. They start coming apart after a few years. With this case, you don't have to worry about that. We don't have a lid for that accessory compartment. We have a Velcro strap here to secure the neck of the violin. And we've also got this little cushion here on the top of the case so that when you close the lid, it'll press against the chin rest just to make sure it's secure inside so it doesn't move up and down. Overall, I think this is a really nice carbon fiber violin case. It's strong, it's protective. I really like the design. It comes in several beautiful colors. Some things to keep in mind is that this case weighs 5.6 pounds. It's light, but it's not as light as your typical carbon fiber violin cases. They usually weigh less than 5 pounds. And also the keys for this case, I'm not a big fan of the keys. They look like plastic keys to a dollhouse. So if this were my case, I probably wouldn't be locking this case with those keys. So if you're the type of violinist that you generally don't lock your case, this is still a wonderful case. But if you are used to using kind of keys to lock your case and you always lock your case, I'm not a big fan of the keys, so just to let you know. But overall, I think it's a really nice carbon fiber case. And so be sure to check out these Aileen carbon fiber violin cases at greatviolincases.com.